Streams live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bassel. Well, actually, um, it's just welcome back to our show here, where we fly blue jets around fields and try to look cool, ballet in the sky, as it were. We are going to be doing our Sunday show today, so let's get started. Hello, pilots. It is 8:55 p.m. on February 15th, 2026. We're doing our Sunday show at Bassel Al Assad Airport. Weather briefing.
Thanks, Chariot. Well, everything as of 2 p.m. local time is winds 1904 knots. Visibility is 10 statute miles. Clouds are few at 4,000 and scattered at 23,000. Temperature 18 Celsius, 2.14 Celsius, altimeter 3021. No further remarks.
High altitude today. Very interesting. Let's plan on a high show. We'll adjust to low show if we need to. Either following the inverted to inverted, or the sneak to vertical rolls based on your declaration from that maneuver.
Okay.
Definitely give us a sense of what the clouds are at after the section takeoff maneuver as well. Just so that we get rolling on that.
Yep. Yeah, will do.
Yes.
Quick note, weather related. You said it's high altitude. It's high barometric pressure,
Yes, that's what I meant.
which means that the jet should be a little bit more performant.
Okay.
In theory.
Yeah, correct. All right. So, given that's a high show, it's going to be left out of chocks left. Let's see. Since we're in the seas today, it's going to be around the crane, or around the steps. So let's follow the taxi line all the way around. Right on Alpha, right back taxi, tree 5, line up and wait, tree 5 left for the section takeoff maneuver, followed by the opposing knife edge, followed by the rest of the show as planned. It's going to be 100 feet for the vertical pitch, and a right turnout from the delta breakout for a left pitch up brake to land. Runway 17 right. Stagger will be
right
left, and we'll go well clear on Charlie for individual right 90s into chocks.
Roger, roger. Sounds good.
Anything else?
Yep, we should be good for 150 feet for the loop right cross for boss's altitude.
Nice. Having a problem with bridge. Just give me a moment. Okay, it's working now.
Yeah, I just got you.
Alright, anything else before we get started?
I don't think so.
Alright, you're at 150 feet for the loop break cross. Chariot will be 300. If there's nothing else, we'll get ready to go. Ready to break. Switching inputs.
See you out there.
Oh boy. Check, 1, 2. BrotherLeb, you got me? Check 1, 2, BrotherLeb, you got me?
Loud and clear, chat.
Lima Charlie from you as well.
Great.
Let me know when the server is up, and I will join it.
Hip should be a couple of minutes. Check your switches.
Switch is set.
You know, one thing I was thinking about with the fiddling with that Super Hornet mod, it makes me want to fiddle with the stuff to get the livery better for our Charlie liveries, so that the not the exterior livery, but the exterior model of the pilot.
Okay.
Because I did it for the
Oh, yeah.
the
Well,
Super
I
Hornet.
mean,
It's just like I should be able to repeat the same basic process. It was kind of tedious.
don't we have a decent external for the Hornet? For this?
For the pilot, but it won't display.
Oh.
And so I got to figure out why not.
I think it's because of the Jahemics.
Uh-huh.
Which, it's because of the new pilot model, which is different than the old pilot model they're using for the Super Hornet.
Oh, uh-huh. But they were able to force the old pilot model for the Super Hornet because it's built on the same Hornet framework.
Yes,
so
but
in
that
theory, there should be a way to either force the new pilot model to get the right colors, and I know other people have done this,
yeah,
or to revert to the old pilot model.
I definitely think we should
I'd
focus on the former.
Yeah. What I'd also like to do is I'd like to see if I can get the helmet model that they're using for the Super Hornet old pilot model for the new pilot, because it looks good.
It does.
Okay, we're gonna cancel that. Start this. That's that one. Right, server is starting.
If y'all are wondering, joining a server requires installation of the Hornet, Super Hornet mod. Okay, I can't join it until I install the Super Hornet mod.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Bummer. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. I guess I'll go do that.
Yeah.
I'll fly with the...
The alternative is it would be pretty easy for me to go into the mission editor and delete the Super Hornets and make a version that doesn't have them.
Why don't we do that, just because then I'm not running any files off of my slow drive.
Okay, sounds good. In that case, it'll take a little more time.
That's fine.
But I will let you know. Because as long as we're doing that, I'm going to uninstall the Super Hornet mod as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It'll just be... I think it's... just be cleaner that way, because I'm already up against it as far as performance with the way that we were
I hear you. Yeah, let's do this. Call it that. I do wish to overwrite that file. Alright, now I gotta uninstall the Super Hornet mod. Should be pretty quick. Oh, DCS, why are you so slow? There we go, okay. Great. Okay, cool. Starting the sim up again.
Cool.
Well,
hopefully you can load into the mission.
Yeah.
You probably should be
I
able
deleted
to.
I deleted all the assets that should require it.
Oh, okay. Great. I don't think I finished my sentence, but for those of you who are wondering why we're talking about the Super Hornet at all, because we want to take Captain Mr. Calm on a backseat, and there are no backseat mods for the C and D models. So we've been spinning up some E and F using the CJS Superbug mod. Spinning up some E and F adjustments so that we can run it with him, so he can backseat with us. Turns out that there's a lot to adjust.
Yeah,
A
there
lot.
ended up being more work than we thought.
We thought it was just going to be plug and play, but it turns out the native blues liveries are broken and the pilot model is a little wonky, and so I had to do a lot of fixing. Next up on our list is to try and figure out the fuel flow because the ENF are restricted in DCS to the maximum internal fuel of the C model. We're gonna have to adjust the fuel flow so that we're getting the right fuel flow numbers, percent, like, on average. That would equate to having more internal fuel than the C model does. So I think modding a mod to mod some more mods so that we can bring a guy in to sit in the back seat in an F4 view.
For like an hour and a half. It
Well,
is cool though. Did you ever look at the track file?
I didn't get in the back seat, no, but it's worth noting that he's going to be on server track, so it'll be sloppier for him.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it was, yeah. It's cool though. It was pretty neat. It worked about as well as I hoped it would.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, it'd be better if it was like multi-crew and all that, but for what it is, it worked pretty well.
I was really hoping that at some point that Israeli team would come out with the D model in multi-crew.
Right.
But no one's heard from them since October of last year.
Okay. I'm going to load the server, but I wouldn't get in it yet because I just need to double check that it's right.
Okay. Well, just let me know when you double checked it.
Yep, we'll do.
And don't let me forget to spin the wheel tonight.
Right, yeah. There's a couple things we need to do housekeeping-wise after this.
Well, I want to spin the wheel on stream, so.
Ah, right, all right. That looks correct. 1 second. Oh, I forgot to, whatever, it's fine. Okay. Is the weather correct? Yep, yeah, looks right.
All right, I'll hop in.
Come on in.
Man. The world is such an interesting place right now.
Oh my gosh, what a time to be alive, dude.
So come and hang out with us, where we fly virtual jets in a virtual Syria, where there is no virtual conflict, or flying out of a virtual Russian airport.
Yeah. It's been interesting to try to grab METARs for this airport because it's currently controlled by the Russian military and they do not post METARs. So we have to use the Hatay METAR from about 30 miles up the coast in Turkey.
And Turkey's not exactly the most friendly nation to us right now either.
No, they're not, but at least they post their METARs.
At least they're more friendly than the Russians at the moment. Which is weird to say in 2026.
All right, we got no concerns clouds-wise.
Not at the moment, no. Yeah, I think we'll just punch through them even if we do. I'm gonna make that executive decision, I think. All right, I'm in a jet ready to unpause.
All right, I'm pausing 3, 2, 1. Boom. Shakalaka.
Nice to be back in a Charlie.
Indeedy.
Or be nice to yourself in the form today.
Yep.
Probably.
We'll see.
All right.
Done this in a minute.
And I've got you, you've got me.
We're all happy family.
All right, DCS is minimized. Back inside the jet.
Yeah, your like outfit is blue, but your helmet's wrong, so we gotta figure out how to do that. Anyway,
Yeah, the helmet's the problem. All right, advise when ready for startup.
restart.
Battery on, APU on, standby canopy.
Lep.
3, 2, 1, mark. Standby, Ranger rank.
Well,
Seems so much smaller than the E. And 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby, Ranger forward.
Leb. Yeah, compared to the E, this is a sports
In 3,
car.
2, 1, mark. Standby, left engine crank. That didn't sound. Please tell me
Speaking of
I didn't break
sports
another
cars.
spring.
Oh boy. Ugh.
All right.
How would you do that? Oh, right, in your thingy.
Yeah.
All right.
Left engine crank. In 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby, left engine forward.
Up.
And 3, 2, 1, mark. Standby, FCS.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Go for FCS.
And 3, 2, 1, mark. In test.
In test.
One 0 for 4.
Wait, what now?
Wins 190 for 4.
Yeah, that's correct.
Traits FCS is go.
Leb FCS is go.
Stabs in 3, 2, 1, mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. Down 3, 2, 1, mark.
Oh no. Wait, what?
Stabs down 2.
Yeah, I screwed that up.
You're fine.
Went the wrong direction.
It happens. Oh, it's the bolts. They're very loose on the right throttle.
Ah. That'll do it.
Alright, well, I could fix that later. Okay. It doesn't feel good at all. Gross. Chariot's IFA is holding.
Leb, I pay holding.
Chariot's up tree come 1.
I can't hear you. Leb up tree come 1.
Alright, give me your rads. They're not. I don't have rads.
Really? So you have to do it per jet. I thought it would do it per group. Oh no, I'm off.
I'm
So what's yours?
251.6.
Yeah, it didn't do it in my jet, so I
Alright,
have
we'll
to
do it
fix
again.
251. Oh no, 251. Load up tree, come on.
Lima Charlie, let's get 8.
Switching 8.
2 tree 7.8.
7.800. I actually have that kneeboard. I can bring
That's
it up.
faster.
Beep, 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 beep. And then the 16 is 284.25?
Correct. 28425. Not going to continue that thought.
Okay, yeah, that should be all set. I'm back on COM 3.
Turns up tree com 1.
Load up tree.
Turns up 16 com 2.
Clear 16.
Take off Jags. Check your smoke pressure on. Check your term set. Check your heading. My heading 264. Check your altimeter set. Hold 1. Check altimeter set. Tree 0, 1, 0. Freight corrected center plane elevation 0 feet. Check your burning 0. Check your FCS 12. 30, 30, 30 down 2. Check your fuel. C norm. Lights out.
What?
That's why we do the checklist. Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
There's no smoke equipped.
Rearm refuel. Might as well refuel.
Yep.
Request refueling. Request rearming.
Alright, Leb, let's carry on with the briefing.
Copy.
We'll smoke check at the end.
So, good afternoon, Chariot. Updated winds are 1904. That'll be a right tailwind on takeoff. Check your altimeter 3021 for a corrected altimeter of 3010 for a corrected altimeter of 0 feet and a density altitude of, let me do the math, about like negative 200 feet. Chariot Squawk 1205, left Squawk 1206, you're cleared left out of checks. Right on Alpha, right back taxi, 35 left, line up and wait, 35 left.
Thanks, Leb. Clear to taxi 35 left, line up and wait 35 left. Check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on.
Jet. Gotta rearm again because they put pylons on.
Okay.
Apparently I'm doing 70 knots true airspeed right now.
Request rearming.
That's the minimum.
Copy.
Ah,
That's the minimum rate on the true airspeed meter.
right, pylons are off, should be done in a second. Rearming complete, ready to rock.
Alright, check your smoke pressure on. Smoke on. Smoke off.
Good smoke.
Solos, we're cleared to taxi. Check your park brakes off. Chairs park up to 75%. Off. Brakes.
Rearming complete.
Chairs ease the power to 70. We're coming left, give me tune trail.
Left.
You happen to see if my helmet was correct after the rearm?
Tis not, you need to reset your livery.
I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, okay, that's fine. Chariots ease power to 60 and land roll. We're coming left. Adding power to 70, land roll. Coming for the left. We're coming right going.
Left.
Stand by cover wagon.
Left.
Ready, split. Reference 35, not cover wagon.
Left.
Chariot switching ACOM 1. Chariot ACOM 1.
Leb's up 8, come on.
Chariot, tree 010 set, 0 feet, barrel out.
Leb, tree 010, 0 feet barrel.
Stand by the flaps, flaps. Check flaps aft, pumps on. Chariot's flaps up, 3, 2, 1, 2 degrees down, barrel out.
Leb, flaps half, pumps on, 2 degrees down, barrel.
Center point. You're wondering? Ground speed is right there. The G. That's how we tell how fast we are going on the ground when the bug on the readout on the HUD only measures at 48 knots. So. Chariot's ease, bar to 6 to 8, BrotherLeb detach.
Leb detach.
Little brakes. Easy brakes. Off brakes now. Coming right for lineup. Okay. Little brakes, easy brakes, little brakes, brakes. Solos, we're clear for takeoff. Update winds are 19044. That is a tailwind. Check your park is off maneuver. Our section takeoff maneuver.
What?
Check your park is off. Let's roll up.
Off brakes now. Blowers ready now. Blowers ready now.
See ya.
Ready.
Seriously.
Wings also on. Blowers ready now.
Holy crap.
So,
Chariot's are 2 miles.
look clear 1.
Fuel burn will be high.
Left. Three and a half. 4 miles.
Let me air beam.
A beat.
There you take a mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. 31. Chariot's in for the right knife edge.
Up then right knife edge. 10 seconds. Mark point 1 ahead. 415. Willing.
Ground speed's low.
Ground speeds 3 miles. Mark 400. Miles, Mark 400.
Swag on.
Copy.
Swag off. Ready, hit it.
Clear.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Roll. Church clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the inverted rolls. 1.7 mark.
2. Mile. And 4 miles.
11 ready beam. There, check mark.
Take.
Stand by, mark it. 03, Chariot's in for the left inverted.
What's in left inverted? 10 seconds. Mark 0.1 ahead. 370. Miles. Mark 400 Louis. 2 miles. Mark online. 4.
Ready, hit it. Smoke on.
All right.
Product look good. A little dry. Ready, hit it. Stand by, roll, and pull. 263. Stand by, roll. Church clear, and clear by the crowd for the Fortis. Wolf Took's coming down.
Contact.
350. He's better. 340, some more power. He's in simple, rolling out of bank. 325. 315. He's full. Rolling up 305. Souls on the ground. Setting up the Forest. Check my lights on.
Let me on to Chariot.
Chariot. A little low.
Left.
We're coming left. Coming for the left. A little pull. Stand by the gear. Adding power. 290. Adding a little more power. Adding a little more power. Worth an for the Fortis. Gear down, hook down, flap up, boards up.
Let's get down, flip down. Welcome.
Coming for left, a little more pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling out the Fortis. Outboard to inboard. Try to start rolling in.
Clear.
Little inboard on altitude. Center way. Trace pushing out. Roll up.
Clear.
Coming back left. Set. Stand by the gear. Hook. BrotherLeb, knock it off. Church clear and clear him on the guide for the Fortis. States 89.
Left state 87.
Overspent the gear. Church circling 5 miles for the MRT. And church turn in 5 miles for the MRT. Four miles mark, 352. Three miles mark, 350. 2 miles, Mark 350. 1.5 miles MRT. 1 mile, Mark 350. Burners now. Ready, hit it. Good entry.
Flight controls. Flight controls.
Easable. Comes the pull. Pulling. Kicking. Chariot's pushing out. Leveling out 1100. Coming right. Comes the pull. Little more pull. Ease pull. Rolling up. Smoke on. Smoke off. Easing lots of power. 330.
Got it.
350. Souls of Lookout setting up the opposing MRT.
Touché.
Chariot ease. Low power 380. We're coming right. Comes the pull. Look over 08 tree. Is on the pull. Rolling out the opposing MRT. A little drive. One right. Easing a little power. We're low. Smoke on the fleet.
A little power set. One right and about 100 left. We're climbing.
Smoke off. Ready, hit it. Smoke
All
on.
right, all right.
3 to mark.
Match.
360.
Slow. Number.
370. Numbers.
Slow. Contact.
Linger for semi-lab.
Full lap.
Merge. Stand by, roll. Hold to 40. Stand by, roll. 1, 2, 3, and roll.
Clear.
Roll. Church clear and clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing horizontal rolls. 2.3 mark.
2.5. Got a little cloud layer out here, crowd.
Chariot.
Four miles.
Luminary beam.
Beam.
Luminary take a mark.
Take it.
Stand by, mark it. 16 chariots in for the left results.
Up to the left, horizontal.
Take it up.
For 10 seconds. Mark 1.2 ahead, 370. Three miles. Mark 1. Two miles. Mark 401.
Smoke on.
Got it.
Contact. A little pull. Ready, hit it. Burners. Pull. Stand by, roll. Burners. Pull. Ease the pull. And rolling out 7.5. Chase clear and clear by the guide for the sneak to vertical roll, state 7-2.
Up state 7. That's a Samsung.
Burning fuel here. Not enough to worry about, but yeah. Trace cycling 5 miles for distinctive verticals. And trace tram 5 miles distinctive verticals. Four miles, mark .76.
On time.
3 miles, mark .82. 2 miles, mark .86. 1 mile, mark .88, full burn.
Smoke.
Trace 95.
Ready. Stand by.
Nice.
Clouds, no fact.
No factor, high show clears. Trace cycling 3.5, solo.
Lab. Let's clear 50.
Trace turn in 3.5, solo loop. Wings level smoke on. Up we go, adding power. A little more pull, adding more power. Port 5, 6. Easing power, easing more power, a little ease. Comes the pull. A little more pull. A little more pull. Ease the pull. Go down, slinger. Little inboard trade. Adding power. Power set. Smoke off. Trace attach. Trace attach, boss. Trace up 3.1. And we're limiting on your beam.
Love the beam.
There, take a mark.
Take.
Stand by, mark it. 09. Chariots in for the right 4 point.
Loves it right 4.
Jeez.
10 seconds. Mark. 0.1 behind. 410. Three miles. Mark. 415. 2 miles. Mark 400.
So we're done.
Contact.
Contacts off. Ready, hit it. 1, 2,
All right.
3, 4.
Clear.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Stand by, roll. Roll. Trixley, I'm clearing in front of the crowd for the opposing vertical pitch. 1.7 mark.
2. 4 miles.
Lower A-beam.
A beam.
Here, take a mark.
Take.
Stand by, mark it. 42 at Chariot's End for the left vertical pitch.
Button left.
100 level.
1. 10 seconds. Mark on time. 370.
370. Alright.
Miles. Mark 400. Miles. Mark 400.
So come.
Contact.
Contact. Add it up. Ready, hit it. 3 left. 60. Stand by, roll, and pull. Power idle. 45, 40, 35, 30. Horizon. Now 83.
80 early.
A little more pull.
Contact out.
Contact, power's in. 2 miles mark, 400.
Half early.
1.5 mark, 450.
Half early.
1 mile mark, 430 ground.
On time, dude.
Little pull. Ready, hit it.
Roll right.
Stand by, roll, and pull. Stand by, roll. Chase clear and clear by the crowd for the inverted tug roll.
Left. Coming left. 370 eastbound.
Contact.
365. 360. 355. 350. Ease and pull. And rolling out.
You'll have 2 left.
What? .45. 350. We're coming left. Coming for the left. Little pull. A little more pull. Adding power. Slows it to 90 for the inverted double.
Sure.
More pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Adding curl drive. And up we go. A little high. Ready. Apple.
It's okay.
A little drive. Ready.
Damn it.
Clear.
Smoke off. Stand by, roll. Pull to 10 degrees. Stand by, roll. Rolling out. Coming left.
Inside clock.
Contact.
Ease the ball and rolling out real slow. 300 coming left. .340. 350. 360. Ease in the pull. Rolling out 370.
You got 2 low.
Love, easing power. Easy more power. A little drive. A little more drive. Souls behind the crowd, setting up the section high alpha in the wood club.
Sure.
And we're coming left, easing lots of power, coming further left. Stand by the boards. Comes the pull, easing a little more power. little more pull. Souls up to 90 for the section aisle.
Chariot.
Easing some pull, rolling out a little bank. Rolling out more bank. Easing the pull. Rolling out in between the runways. A little pull. Easing power. Stand by the boards. 180. 170. 165. 160. 155. 150. Little pull. 145. 140. 135. Pull into the set. Adding power. A little more pull. Adding more power. More power. Slow. We're setting it. We're flying.
Center flight. Wave it off.
Pull on a 60.
Whew.
60 coming left.
Chariot's braking left, 250.
Contact.
280, ease and power. 295, ease and some pull. Rolling out some bank. Ease and more power, 310. 320. Come forward left a little more. Pull. 330. Ease and the pull. Rolling out 345. Ease and more power. To hold 350. Souls above the ground. Send up the Wonder.
You got it, Chariot.
Chariot. And a little close, but 0.2.
Left machine.
Adding a little power. We're coming left. Coming further left a little. Pull. A little more. At the 90 for the Wander.
Pull up.
Ease in the pull. Rolling out the Wander a little inboard. Adding power. Smoke on 2 miles. 1.5 mark. Easing a little power. 1 mile mark. Half mile mark. Ready, hit it. Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull. Is pull. Rolling out. Easing power. 360.
Cut.
362. Adding a little power. Total 360. Toss on the ground. Set up the delta roll. Chariot 4-3.
4-7. That's it close.
We're coming left. Coming for the left. A little pull.
rolling out a little bit. Close and left-hand turn for the Delta roll.
Left.
Huh. Ease in the pull and roll out. The Delta roll. Smoke on. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Rolling out a little pull. Ease the pull. Coming left. Coming further left. A little pull. That's a left-hand turn for the flurry.
Left.
Smoke off.
A little longer on those transfer.
Chariot. A little further left. Ease and some pull. Ease and more pull. Rolling out. The Delta roll outboard. Correction, the floatily outboard. Little drive. 2. Level up. We go a little more pull. Smoke on. 40 slow. Right break.
Right.
Smoke off. Stand by, roll, and pull. Connect.
And rolling out.
Turret's rolling out. Back right level. 360. Coming right. 370. Adding power. For the right. A little more pull. 390. Ease and a little power.
Good.
Chariot. A little more pull. Smoke on. A little further right. Ease and the pull. Rolling out. Up. We go a little more pull. Okay. Set. Okay. Set. Swap off. Go get him. Check for contact.
Level 25, 350. 37. 390 coming to right. Coming for the right 400. Comes the pull 410. A little more pull 415. Duds in a right hand turn for the loop across box 150.
Chariot 300. You got super awesome.
Boss left for the right. And comes the pull. Ease in the pull. rolling out the loop, brake across, high, and a little outboard inboard. A little pull to level, easing a little power, drive. And we go a little more pull. Vertical 5-5. A little pull. Ready, brake, outboard, 1. Smoke. 0.5, mark 4. 1 mile, mark 405. 1.5, mark 401. 2 miles, mark 401. 2.5 marks. And a 3 miles mark. Up we go. 4G mark. Vertical 4-5. 8 alpha. Horizon now 7-1. Power's out. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, rolling it steep. 3 miles, mark 4, or 370, pulling out. 2.5 miles, mark 380. 2 miles, mark 395. 1.5, mark 4. 1 mile, mark 402. Half mile, mark 399. Smoke.
Yes.
Clear.
Turn clear.
Coming left, 390.
All about the math, baby.
370. 360.
Contact.
350. Add a little power catch. Reasonable. And rolling out. 352. Little drive. 345. We're coming left. Coming further left. 340 comes the pull.
We got 6 miles.
Bah. The Delta is in the left-hand turn for the Delta right now.
Try it.
You right turn now.
Try it.
Little further left. Easing more power comes more pull. A little more pull. Ease in the pull. Rolling out. Easing power. Little drive.
Check smoke.
Smoke on. A little pull to level. Ready, break. Set. Smoke. Clear.
Turn clear. 252 at 1600, 260.
Cut.
280. 300 coming right.
little. 330 easy bar to hold. Ease and a little pull. 335, ease and more power. Little further right. Adding a little power. Delta's in a right-hand turn for the Delta. Left, Richmond runway 18 left, right. So a little pull. A little further right, adding power. Smoke on. Further right. Ease and some pull. Little further right. And a little pull. Ease and the pull. Rolling out, easing power. The Delta left. Pittsburgh land.
Let me take it in.
Center point, boss freaking.
Left right.
He's full. Rolling out 0-1 tree.
Let's roll out 0-1 tree.
Stop. Off. Gear flaps. Cheers, gear flaps, soak up.
What's the gearbox?
Chariots, common left, 2 left. $260 left. 240 lab. Updated winds are 190 for 4. Check up 3 in the green. Stagger is left.
3 in the green, striker left.
200 left. 180 left. 160 left. 140 all the way left.
170. 160. 140 all the way. Hello.
Sure, it's okay.
Love's okay.
With the gear door off during the Fortis.
Yeah, you mentioned. To be honest, dude, that one felt sloppy to me, like of my performance.
Yeah, a little sloppy, but there are also some really good things.
Yeah, I'll check in a debrief.
Show's not over.
Tis not. Okay.
Tread, landing checks.
Oh.
Check your smoke cutter off, check your tabs, check your flaps out, check my lights off, adjust your trimmer, save your seat.
Oh.
We'll go well clear on Charlie for individual right 90s into shocks.
What?
Check your parking brakes off, cheers parking up to 72%. Off brakes now. Stand back up, we're lagging.
What?
Chariots, coming right. Give me a turn the right way.
What you need?
Nice flight, Lib.
Nice fight. Souls are in, boss.
Stand by cover wagon. Ready, split. Reference 25 knot cover wagon.
Lab.
Correction 35 knot cover wagon.
Lab.
Never got it right. Yeah, the extra on the nose compounded with the fact that the Super Hornet is a lot less maneuverable in general made this challenging.
Yeah. A lot more maneuverability.
Center point. Say hi to the guys and gals. It's East Sparta 68. Little brakes. Off brakes now. We're coming. Left go clear.
Lab's clear.
Coming for the left. Little brakes. Off brakes now. By 6. We're too fast. Come on right for parking. Okay. Little brakes 10 feet. Little brakes, brakes. Stand by canopy and engines. And 3, 2, 1, mark. And that's show.
Lab, let's show. I just realized I never fixed my stabs. I did not listen to that part of the checklist.
Alright. Hopping out from the server. Check 1, 2, BrotherLeb, you got me? What?
How do you read?
Lame it, Charlie.
Cool. Whew.
Alright, that was a Sunday flight at Bassel Assad. Any major safeties?
Yeah, one major safety for me. In the inverted tug of roll, I underrolled the hit at center point, and so I was right behind you, like pretty close to trail when we were rolled out. And so I had to deconflict that, and I was really close on the clear as well. So fix my safety. I'm glad to be here.
Let's see. We'll talk about the high alpha. It's just generally unsafe for me. And I think that's the only major safety that I had, but we'll review it.
Okay. It's cryptic.
No, I
Sounds
mean,
good.
like, we'll review the rest of the show, is what I'm saying. Alright, okay, let me get this going here. Debrief, start virtual camera, there you go. Alright, let's see. We dealt with the problems on startup, taxi felt fine, no notes.
Yeah, no notes of the taxi.
Let's see, section takeoff maneuver, my goodness, did we ever have a performance? I was boogieing up the hill. So, felt good, but like, yeah, just all performance, standard, like, B.
Yep. The jet performed differently than the Foxtrot by a lot. So I didn't have as much altitude, but I also had a lot more nose authority. So I ended up pushing and gaining a much altitude. The inverted. My lineup wasn't the best, so I gave myself like a C for that.
Alright, opposing knife edge. Inbounds were fine, altitude was fine. I just left it too late. We're gonna cross just at knife edge, and I want us to be on the blades a little bit longer than that. So that's on me. That's a C. Clears were fine. Yeah.
Yeah. My timings were a little bit bad on the 4 mile every time, and I tended to be a little wide and have to fix an angle on all the maneuvers, and it started with this one. Probably B minus is pretty standard except for that.
Alright, inverted, my inbounds were a little messy. I was behind and had to catch up. Roll inverted was pretty stinking good, and I was pretty solidly inverted the whole way. I ended up having a little bit of a push angle early, which was a bummer, but hit was good. Not sure where it is to center point, so I'll be interested to see the tape. Clear was great behind crowds. I'll give myself a B minus again on this one.
Yeah, I think I pushed a little more than I needed, but I think because I was a little low, I need to remember to just set higher, so I don't have to push as much, get as much nose high in order to make the hit work. Roll to the knife edge was a little sloppy. I don't know, it just felt kind of like woogie, but still probably a B.
Alright, Floridas, we had so much more power authority than we ever have at this show site. So I was watching the speeds, and we also we went past center point on the turn, so because we had so much power authority, like we were going so fast through the corner. Roll to inverted, I ended up going towards you a little bit, which is a bummer, but fortunately it doesn't look like it was that much. That was the other safety that I had. There we go. So I'll fix that one. Glad to be here. I'll go through the rest of the maneuver. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty flat the whole way down. Jet was flying a smidge sideways, but you know, that's DCS for you.
Mhm.
Push out was fine, and my rollout was not far enough to the right angle, and I oversped the gear and blew the gear door off on the clear. Because of the power authority that we had, let me check the clear timing here. Woof. Alright, that's an F all round.
I was kind of adjusting to the different feel of the formation flying with the conditions in the Charlie model. You rolled and pulled in the like end game last 90, which caught me out, and so I lost the sight picture, and then I kind of scooped the turn. You rolling towards me actually fixed a problem I had, which I was a little wide. I think the like line of abreast was not quite far forward enough early, but then got nice in line abreast, and I think I was able to drop power to keep that sight picture once we passed center point. The clears were pretty solid, felt like, and I think I was a little high relative to you and a little wide, so it's not quite the exact right sight picture, but it's in the ballpark. Overall, it feels like a B minus.
Alright, MRT. I thought given the extra power that we had and the fact that I blew the gear doors off on the Fortis that I'd need to wind the power down a lot, like to get it down to a lower speed, airspeed, to make the pull work. I ended up almost stalling the jet on the tail. So this is very much like the performance that we had for Calm. It looks really cool though, so you know, but my goodness, was that ever sketch. So I was extremely slow and high coming out of the maneuver. Yeah, this is a D. I'll fix my safeties. I'm glad to be here.
Yep. Timing ended up being pretty good, but because you were so slow, that kind of created a speed differential. So like I was actually more or less in this right spot, maybe just a hair ahead of you around the corner, and I was like idle and not wanting to fan the boards too much because I'm, like top up to the crowd and they'd see it. But not too bad. It was just like the big thing was like once you rolled out and we did smoke on. I was so far behind the power curve, so that just took basically until we rolled in for the OMRT to get set for that. Oh, I forgot there was something I forgot to mention with the Fortis. Is the rejoin was like I was so far ahead of you, and I decided to go high instead of low. That kind of threw me off. You'll see it in the tape if we can see it behind crowd. We may not.
Yeah.
But that was just kind of it wasn't a safety, but it was kind of a weird thing where I was just like he rolled out right when I was crossing above you, and so I was like, this is weird, like looking down over the canopy rail at you. Anyhow, the rejoin, I don't know, B, I guess.
Makes sense. Oh yeah, I see it.
Sorry, I meant the rejoin for the MRTB. But yeah, that rejoin for the Fortis was just kind of a weird. I think I should have gone low underneath you, and then I could have just pulled and tucked right in. But instead, I was above you, and that created I just lost vis.
All right, OMRT. This one was pretty good. I was a little bit worried about the speeds and everything with the turn in, but that ended up being fine. The pull and the rollout was relatively measured, but it ended up being a little bit slow at the back end, which is a bummer. And then we were just super low because I was looking outside the canopy the whole air in the corner. So I had to lead, and we were at 110 and climbing. So kept my eyes on that. I kept that in mind when we went over crowd and backed off, just so that I would back up to the right and stay in the right altitude, but then I ended up getting over-yugging you and having to drop down in the turn, which is extremely sketchy given our altitudes. But it looks like we're going to hit at center point, which is pretty sick, given the fact that I was slower on the corner. So you made whatever adjustments you needed to make that work, which is great. My rolls were pancake flat, and my clears were pretty stinking good as well. All in all, I'm going to give myself B-. I need to fix those altitudes on the inbounds.
Yeah, turn was okay. I was able to catch your rollout, the slow rollout at the end. I was expecting a quick onset and a slow end of it, and that's kind of what ended up happening. When you handed lead to me, handed me a little bit of nose high, really low, and slightly right of center. And what I need to remember is that I have a second or two to correct whatever I got to correct before you're actually in.
Yep.
And I should do that, because I could have fixed the fact that we were a little bit right of center point, and I could have lined us up on center point. I had the space to do it. I should have done it. So that was a mistake. But I kept the nose high, which was the right call, because then we ended up being about 320 feet by the time we did the roll. Roll on the pole was all right. I overpulled a little bit, but then I was able to catch it, and I was numbers, and then was paying attention to other things, and then you mentioned where you were, and then I was like, oh shoot, that I'm off parameters. And so then at that point I was like, I look over my head and I was like, all right, it looks about here. I think it'll take about this. And it was just basically flying the seat of my pants and what I was looking at, which worked out. And I hit center point. That felt good. The other thing is like the rolls were woogie, floppy, and I don't know why.
It looks, based upon the tack view, that you have some pull in them. If you take
There's just a little bit of pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of pull.
Compared to me, I'm fairly neutral the whole way, and you've got that pull in it.
Which is weird, because I remember thinking about like needing a little more drive, but and trying to consciously put in more. But I'll just have to get in the shed and fix that.
Where'd my telemetry? Oh, there's my telemetry. Never mind. I'm a stupid idiot. All right. Let's see. Did you grade it yet?
That's a B. Yeah, there's a pull in that. That's what it is. Totally, there's a pull.
And I always end up with a little bit more drive than I think is reasonable.
Well, sometimes I do that and it gets woogie the other direction, so I just got.
Well, I mean, with the E, you can't put anything into it, otherwise it woogs. But yeah, the C, it's a different ball game. All right, moving on to the horizontal rolls. These felt fine to me. Like, inbounds were a little bit whack, but I was able to get it to work. And then, yeah, the pull was good. The hit seemed like we were rightly timed. Nose the proper amount down. I pulled up earlier than you, apparently, but I'm going slower, question mark? How does that work? It seems to always happen. Like, you always end up way higher than me, and it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, let's wait. All right, so at center point, doing 400 true. I'm doing 403 true. I'm pulling up a little more than you are. And by the time we go up the hill, you're doing
in the cans earlier than
409 true. I'm doing 414 true. It's basically the same speed differential. Slightly, maybe?
I'm pulling harder than you, maybe?
I'm pulling for 7.4 Gs. You're pulling for 7.1 Gs. Like,
what the heck?
I don't know, man. You're 316 once we get there. I'm 348, so I carried more speed.
How?
Your onset is way more pull than mine is. You're almost 9 Gs onset, and I'm 8 Gs onset.
That bleed off 30 knots, though?
Well, like 45 degrees into the pull, you're doing 370 knots. I'm doing 390. That's 20 knots.
Maybe.
323, I'm doing 360 pointed 80, and you're doing 325, 323 pointed 80. So I don't know how you slowed it down that much, but yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm full mill according to telemetry, so.
Yep, I believe it.
Oh well.
I definitely felt like I had speed though, because when we rolled out, it was like, oh, that was snappy and smooth and stuff.
Yeah, weird. Okay. By the way, if you're wondering, like, oh my gosh, they're over-G'ing the aircraft, yes. We're in DCS, and the F-18 doesn't have a wear model. Once it does, we'll think a little bit more about 7.5 being our limit, but until such a time, we're going to pull this thing for all sorts.
I mean, Chariot uses the paddle in the MRT, and
exactly.
They probably wouldn't actually do
no.
that, so.
Heck no. No, I'd have to do a lot more adjusting. But if you're wondering, yes, we know that we're over-G'ing the aircraft, but also we're trying to put on a show. And since we don't have to worry about maintenance, we're putting on a stinking show. All right. Sneak. I don't really have anything to say about this. It was great. No notes. like B plus.
I forgot to get my bearings doing the rolls, and so I had to like find where behind crowd was. So I ended up like clearing at 14.5, which after like some like quarter rolls to be like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So that's not ideal. It's probably C. The rest of it was fine. I tried the single can, like right can, to keep some speed up, but it's still. I felt like it took a lot longer to get up to straight up, but I had probably 4 or 5 rolls in it by the time I cleared. Yeah, and it's just a C.
This
Just kind of funny for a vertical pitch, but here we are.
This
Or a
loop,
vertical roll.
this loop was really oblong, not great. All right, let's move on to the 4-point. I was so far ahead coming into the box, but I was able to fix it by the time we hit the box. And then my 4 points were pretty stinking good, and my clears were also pretty stinking good, except for the final 90, which was hot trash. But fortunately, I timed them with you, so that's good. Yeah, this is probably some of the best timed clears I've done in a while, so that's great. I think everything equals itself out. I'm going to give myself a B.
This is actually the best inbounds I had the entire show. So bummer that you were ahead. The actual maneuver inside the box just felt a little rushed. Like the 90s were like, instead of a little bit. I think I just need to relax a little on those. Clears were fine. B.
By the way, if you're wondering which maneuver is the scariest to try and perform the first time, it's the 4-point.
Yep.
You're
when you roll to the knife edge and you're coming in nose hot on another jet, it is a
when you're pointing towards
experience.
them on the knife edge, yeah. And you get inverted and you have no idea where you are. It's a party.
And where he is, and yeah.
You have to learn a lot. It takes a lot of practice to get that one feeling good. All right, vertical pitch. Yeah, I was a little bit ahead on this one as well, but I was able to make it up by the time we hit the box, but I was still a little ahead, so we ended up being three left on the initial pull-up. Rolls and pulls felt measured. You said you were a little ahead. Looked over my head and saw that was the case, so added a bit of power once I hit straight down, bringing a little bit more juice to the line. Looks like we ended up crossing about 2 left, so made up the difference when we got up. But we're still working on getting back to center point from an early offset, which I did not help with being so far out. So, C.
Yeah, inbounds were a little better speed-wise this time. I was trying to work the altitude the entire time. Burners were fine. I completely blew 360 on the way up and had to push back over to get to it. So that contributed to some of the problems. I was fat. Yeah, I was ahead of you. Over the top. So by the time you get to Horizon, I was already early and low. So I was just not quite idle boards, but I was trying to keep it pretty slow, but I couldn't afford to get too much slower. So at one point I was just like, do it. Like, we're going to be where we're going to be. Because I was, creeping down to like 330, and I was like, I got to put power in, otherwise I'm not going to be able to do the roll. I think we ended up being 3 or 4 left again on the second hit. So, yeah, C.
All right, we're going to watch this.
Worse.
We're going to watch this rejoin here because it was great. And you're not going to see it on the tape. But, for the inverted takeover roll, I'm supposed to go second, but I just want to watch this since I'm on the tape. But, I ended up being a little bit behind, but I wanted to play it safe because this is my first form flying. But that was a good rejoin. I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. All right, inverted takeover roll. This one actually went pretty well until I screwed up the hit. So yeah, turn in and roll out were pretty measured. The sight picture felt good. The roll in felt it's like a hair of an overroll, but not too bad. And then it was pretty steady all the way into center point. The hit timing felt like it was decent, and then I just underrolled it, and so I didn't roll all the way to 45. So I wasn't quite And I did correct for it, but yeah, I was too close to you and too behind you in that point. So that's a F. Fix my safety. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more of a tighter pull in around the corner, so I ended up getting a little bit close to you, but nothing that I haven't done before and fixed before. Ended up being at a weird angle and scooping out the turn when we rolled out, so I had to fix that. And then I ended up rolling in a little bit earlier than you, which I thought was going to wig me out, but actually gave me time to adjust to how you rolled out. And then we had lots of time to get in, which was nice. So, but then, you did the drive, and I was looking at the wrong thing for center point. For the wrong box for the crowd, or for where the comm cart was, and so I ended up ahead by the time we did our rolls, which is a bummer. But I remembered to wait the correct amount of time for the rollout for this one. So if you look, my rollout is bang on with yours on my track, which is great.
Nice.
And same with the rolls. So this is going to be one of the best clears I've done in a minute. So
You could tll I was worried about being close to you, the push on the knife edge. So it's interesting that you were early on the roll in, because I delayed my roll in by like a half second.
That's
because the
why.
last couple times it's happened,
Yeah.
I've been early because of the mic lag thing. So I was trying to account for that, but you actually anticipated it and were early. So
It's funny. So we have to figure out. So who's gonna change for next time?
I don't know. What are you gonna revert to? What's your gut?
My gut is
Like if your hair on fire, things are going wrong, what are you gonna naturally do?
roll earlier.
Okay, so I'll just do it. I'll just roll when I say I'm gonna roll.
Roll.
You anticipate.
Roll at your normal timing. Yes.
Yep.
And
Okay.
I will anticipate. Just try and make the cadence predictable. Is all I will say.
Yep.
Okay. High Alpha.
Hi, Alpha. Turn-in was pretty solid. Lineup was great. Slowed right on down. I realized as I was pulling to the set that I had decided subconsciously, this was not a conscious decision, that I was going to pull to 28 degrees alpha.
Yeah.
So we got to it, and we held it, and it was actually perfectly fine. But we did not brief that. I didn't even realize I was going to do it till I did it. So that probably counts as a safety, and I'll fix that for next time. Glad to be here. Everything else was perfectly fine.
Okay. Yeah, the turn was fine. I got a little bit wide on you on the initial roll in, but then was able to sneak it back in. We had a tailwind, and I kept that in mind at 4 knots, so I was expecting us to be a little bit speedy, but then you did the 28-degree pull, and I was like, good gravy. Let me tell you, it is really hard to fly line abreast at 28.
All right. We can go back to whatever we used to do, 24 or something like that.
I mean, it's with the tailwind, it's fine, but like any adjustment I was making to throttle was bucking me pretty heavily. Like it was scooping the jet because of the torque.
I mean, yep.
So it was really hard to like make adjustments. So if I was any further out than I was, like it would have been so on the tail that it would have been probably dangerous to try and stay with you, which is not what I expected. I expected to like, oh, we'll just go to 28 and it'll be hard, but it'll be fine. Like, I think it might be dangerous to be at 28.
All right, we'll go back. We'll go back. I mean, I know how to fly the other one really, really well, so it's not hard to go back to it.
But I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like.
like.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what this looks like, because I think it's going to look really cool. But I think it's dangerous to keep doing it.
Yeah, it was not my plan.
Yeah. No,
There wasn't a plan. The plan was just to fly it normally, and then I pulled all the way to 28, and was like, I guess I'm doing this. I don't remember deciding to do this, but
Well, it's funny, because when I flew my solo show, going to 28 was fine. Like, no issues. But I think flying a form at 28 is dangerous.
All right, cool.
So,
Alrighty.
I mean, B+, I did great. But, like, let's not do that again. Which is crazy because like usually I'm the one who's like, let's do the crazy thing, but I think, especially if we end up doing a reverse show anytime soon.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Anywho, let's talk about the Wander, which honestly was great. Like, turn on the corner was good. The lineup was good. I think my pull-up might be a little late. Let's see. Oh, on time. My roll was a little early, but then I remembered to pull at the right time. So, yeah, that was good, and I need to remember to roll out at the right time as well. So, all of that is my bad. I'll fix those for next time. Glad to be here. C.
I don't really have a lot to say about this. B. The only thing I guess I would say is that I climbed and got a little high relative to you once we were rolled left for pulling behind the crowd, and I'd like to not do that. But yeah, B. Solid B.
Nice. All right, Delta roll. I gave it 2G around the corner, but it sure felt like we were in that turn for a long time. So yeah, we ended up with not that much of an angle. So I mean, I guess it's fine, but like, it just felt like we were in that turn behind the crowd for a while, and that we were just out there. So I pulled up a little bit more gentle than I normally do because I keep remembering that we were rolling early. And I think it's actually going to work out. I think we're not going to be quite inverted by the time we hit center point. So I need to pull up a little bit earlier or pull up a little bit more. I think I'd do earlier because it kind of, I mean, I don't know. The roll was slow and measured, which is what you want for a delta roll. But I'll be curious to hear your thoughts about it. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a C again.
Yeah, the slow turn, like I was just able to get locked in, which felt good. Roll out, felt pretty comfortable there. I felt like I was just always climbing a little bit, so I was like, all right, like neutral is a little hair of drive. We started the roll, I was in, and then we got inverted, and I started to fall through your wing and start to fall away from you. That was difficult to correct, so I'm like bringing in tons of rudder and trying to do it with bank angle and stuff. So there was a point where I felt like I got out of parameters, and it was just hard to collect it and get back into the zone. I'm not exactly sure why, and I remember when it happened, and it was right around when we got inverted.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, I come out of parameters, and my bank angle relative to you is off, and I was having to bring in a lot of rudder. And so yeah, this is, given what I'm able to do with this maneuver now, I'd call it probably a C. But nothing was horribly wrong. I fell out and was like 65 feet away from you, and I want to be more like 45 feet away from you.
Okay. So I'm looking
Yeah, and
at
like the
look at the
bank
nose
angle's way
angles
different.
here. The nose,
Uh-huh.
your nose angle's lower than mine, which is probably like exacerbating the issue.
Yeah, well, it's difficult because
Yeah,
like
no,
when
I
you're
know.
coming over the top like that, like
You have to do
what
that.
tends to and what tends to happen when you're coming up the hill is you're chasing him
Yeah.
as you're going up, and then there's a point where you start to get ahead, and you have to anticipate that point.
Yeah.
And if you don't do it early enough, like you notice it actually happens at the 90.
Yep.
But if you don't realize that and start to bring in drive, which feels weird because it's driving against the direction of roll.
Yep.
And when you do this right, it's a very neutral,
Yeah.
like, control, like, to fly wing. But if you are in the wrong spot or you're not ahead of it, then you have to do all sorts of weird cross-control stuff to make it work.
Yep.
And I just didn't do a very good job this time. So, C.
All right, Flirtily. My flying for this was great. The problem is that the speeds were trash. So we were 380 up the hill. So that made the rolls very lazy. But hey, we rolled them all the right time, which was great. And then the pull behind crowd was also matched as well. I had to delay my rollout to make sure I got behind you. Waited for you to confirm that you had visual before I turned in. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to give this a D due to the speeds. I'll fix it for next time. Glad to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was locked in around that corner. Felt real good. By the time you were rolling out, I was like, "Oh, we already rolling out." I'm like, all right. I guess yeah, but it was just like, "Oh no, I'm gonna have to catch something," and I didn't. And then the rolls were good. I probably too much drive once we were inverted after that. And then roll pull behind crowd. You were way back there. I like grabbed my chair and like turned my entire torso to find you, which sucked. But then I was like, all right, cool, I can figure this out. This is a B.
Yeah, we ended up quite separated on the rolls, which is interesting. So yeah, once we got behind crowd, like I was trying to add up power and keep the turn in fairly gently so that you could had time to get in. And came right across. Like, I don't know. This was a beautiful setup for this. Like up the hill right at center point, and just nice and gentle climb. Then we were super nose high for this whole maneuver, which led to having a very low speed by the time we started pointing nose down, and we were like I called the brake very quickly after the set because we were crossing through 5,000 at like 380, and I was like, we gotta get out of this now.
I was
But all in all, like, I don't know. I think
I was watching your jet, but I was looking at the ground. I was like, that's closer than normal.
all in all,
It's happening faster. Those trees are getting bigger.
I think that like I handled trying to lead this well. I'm gonna give myself a B.
I think what I've done in the past is pulled power once we're pointed behind crowd after the thing, and that helps me keep less separation from you because I don't mind lateral separation, but the like forward backward separation is really difficult to fix because there's just so much distance to fix. But I knew it, and I was like, I once I finally saw you, and I was like, okay, and I was just kind of mad about it, and so I was like, throw in the burners, put in a pretty aggressive angle, and just work it in. And I probably could have even worked it in faster, but I didn't want to overspeed and have to do a bunch of jockeying to not like blow through. So I was just a little wider than I'd want to be by the time we're passing through center point, but I got in around on time, just a little slow. And then over the top felt pretty good. I was just hanging with you, not quite as smooth as I can be. So yeah, B.
All right, on to
I think the big thing is like the last show we did, I pulled power once I got pointed behind crowd, and then you had to do some kind of something because I was too close to you. I don't remember what thing you did, and so I didn't pull out power because I was like, well, I don't want him to have to like maneuver around me. And I think that's just
fine.
dumb. Like, you can see me, I can't see you. I just need to do what I got to do.
It's my job to do that.
You're waiting till I get contact before you come right? Okay, cool. That I don't think I knew that, so that's helpful to know.
I am because if I come right and you don't have contact, like there's no way you're getting in.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Also, if you want, we can change this back to the old way, but like
No, I don't want you to come across my nose.
Okay.
Because then you end up having to build up a ton of speed, and then I have to build up a ton of speed, and
yeah.
it just, I think we have less room, like less margin when we're doing that because we're doing like 460 knots.
Yep.
And I end up doing like 500 plus knots to try to catch you.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Also, coming across your nose is dangerous. All right, loop break cross.
Right, LBC setup for this is pretty all right. Like a little bit outboard inboard, but nothing too bad. I mean, I think here, like earlier on in this process, I would have tried to get lined up just perfectly. And I was like, yeah, we'll be fine. Like, we're going to point back at center point. Up the hill was pretty measured. There was a little bit of like maneuvering to get everything, but yeah, up the hill was pretty good. And then once we were coming over the top, I was like, this actually might work out. We ended up being actually just one left, which I didn't mention at the time because I didn't recognize it until we were headed outbound. And I was like, I think that was actually one left as well. We were definitely 0.1 outboard. And then my angle was wrong, so I was correcting that all the way out to the 3 mile mark, which just meant that I had bank in that I wish I didn't have to. So that's my bad because I didn't even think about it until we were headed outbound. Over the top is all right. Speeds were a little wonky, like slow early and working their way up, which I need to fix. I've done that a couple times now. This is probably a C overall. The first half of it was pretty solid, but the back half of it was not good.
Yeah, so heck yes. Alright, yeah, the rejoin was a little slow, but I was quite far abeam of you. 1,000 feet, which I'm usually a little bit closer. And I was like truly abeam of you versus left rear quarter, which is more of what I'm used to. So I just took some time to get in, did some significant rudderage to get into the right spot, and got in just fine. The rollout, and like you made a couple of adjustments that I didn't quite catch as efficiently as I would have liked, but then once you got nice and level, I took it in, and then up the hill. He climbed away from me at one point, but then I was able to catch it, and then, man, it felt so good to be at a Charlie over the top. I was just so locked in. Felt amazing. Like, you were making some throttle adjustments, and I just had to, like, just gently nudge the throttle, and I was just, like, right in the whole way. It felt so good. But, man, did we float over the top. Like, we absolutely floated it up there. And so I was ready for that, and then we broke at the right time, which is great. Like, facing straight down, so the jet felt good doing the split. Outbounds were fine. Over the top was fine. Inbounds, I was ahead of you all the way up until 2 miles, at which point I put throttle back in, matched 400. I was literally staring at my HSI like the whole way in. I wasn't even looking out my cockpit really. Just made sure I was on altitude and like pointing in the right direction, and just like stared at the math the whole way, and absolutely nailed the cross. So stoked about that. I'm gonna give myself a B+. I think that was really good.
Nice, well done. Delta breakout. The biggest thing is I didn't really get a good sense of what my angle was coming in, and I still don't know. I think I'm a little bit pointed left, I think, is once we got in there. Because I knew that we were wide right set up, so I delayed the pull and the turn because I thought I needed to make up more space, and I thought I could see where center point was relative to everything, and I wanted to try and line stuff up, and I think I just misjudged it. But yeah, the rollout was real slow, and there's a little more drive in there than I would have. I know is easy to catch, but I did what I needed to do to get pointed and settled. The smoke on mistake was definitely my fault as well, and then the actual hit was perfectly okay. This is, I think, with all the other like little details that I screwed up, it's probably a C.
Rejoin took a minute, but I didn't want to overshoot, and I did just a little bit, just a hair, but I was able to stop it in time and then scooch back in, so that was fine. Then rollout, I was usually roll out fast for this, so I was anticipating a quick rollout, but it was really slow. So like you'll see, I go quite wide because I'm expecting you to roll out quickly. It didn't end up happening, so I brought it back in and then flew nice line abreast up until the break. I broke it exactly the same time, so good adjustments on your side for that. And then the polls were good at matched bank angles and everything as well, so we're starting to match that back up, which is great. All in all, I'm gonna give myself a B-. Got a little bit of work to do on the form flying in that regime. Yeah, Delta pitch a break to land. This was the best Charlie version of this I've done at this show site, which was great. A very nice, smooth turn into the field. Just had to release a little bit of the pole right near the end to make sure that we made the field, and right over the runway, which felt nice. It's been a hot minute since I did that. And then we were just pancake flat at 380 like for a good 1.5 miles, which felt great. Yeah, brake right at center point, and then nice and measured landing as well, and taxi back was good. I don't know, man. I'm going to give this one a B, because I'd like to have a truly smooth circle in.
Oh wow, yeah,
And this was
pretty good looking circle though.
this is pretty good. I've done better though, which is, I mean, it's saying something, but like I think I could do better. So
I mean, the way that looks from the sky is
okay,
pretty
fine.
stinking
B
all right.
plus. Jeez,
I'm not saying you should change the grade. I'm just saying like it looks like a good circle.
felt like a good thing.
I like harsh grades because it makes us want to do better, and I know that there's a room for improvement always. All right, so I should have not done. I pulled too much angle for the rejoins, so that meant I was kind of behind you and chasing you in, which meant that I was on your bearing line for a long time. So that was like good technique, but I was just like I got in, and then I just kind of got to about 100 feet, and then just took like forever to scooch the last 50 feet in. So I can do faster and better and more exciting than that, and I want to. So just pull less, I think, on that initial setting of the intercept angle. The form flying was okay, not my best. And then the actual pitch up bike and stuff just had like a lot of little details that weren't quite nailed on. So I'm gonna give myself a B- for this. Also, yeah, the rollout, like you were saying, you were super locked in a Charlie. The rollouts in the Charlies, though, it's just there's a lot more nose to think about. Like I didn't really think about it a whole lot in the Foxtrot and the Echo, but in the Charlie, you're just like constant little like adjustments to keep the thing from climbing or descending.
Yep. That's the way the bird works. Taxivac seemed fine. Don't really have anything to say about it.
Yeah, I don't either, except for I on the turn into parking, you were like, we're fast, or you said something, and so I made a change to account for that, and it just like screwed things up and made it look worse. So I wish I had not listened to you and just done what I was looking at instead of like it seemed okay to me, and the speed was like, I think we're okay, and yeah.
Well, the reason why I said
too
too fast is because it gives it more of a propensity to skid. So
yeah, and I think that I did think about that a little bit when we started coming around the corner, but yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about that.
all right, let's go watch some tape.
Yes,
And then we'll spin the wheel of mythicality. Oh shoot, copyright strike.
That feels like an.
It did feel really good to fly the Charlie though. Like, it's just you have to wrangle it more, which I like. I don't know. It's a little bit more visceral.
Mm-hmm. You've always liked visceral things like drive-in, fly-in. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean,
I didn't dislike it. It was nice to be. It felt like coming home, but it was like, oh, there's more to do here.
I do love the F4. Talking about visceral.
Yeah, but you could feel the F4 way better than you can the Charlie. Like, I've learned to feel the Charlie, but the F4 just naturally...
Oh, dude. I remember being concerned about the Moza to start. I'm glad we've stuck with it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like...
Especially because I don't have to replace this stinking springs in that thing all the time.
I mean, it'll wear out, but then, like, it feels like it has a warranty life that is reasonable, you know?
I hope so.
I mean, we are pushing it, you know, as we do with all of our gear, to its
the nature of what we're
limits.
doing.
Yep. I watched an interview where they mentioned how often they replace like the sticks in the Blues F-18s, and it's like a lot.
Like how often during a season?
Yeah. Like
No, how often do you know?
I think it was like 6 or 7 times.
Oh, jeez. I mean, they're working on those things.
I mean, jeez, you saw the footage from the B-roll from last year. Jeez, dude. Absolutely hammering it. It was really cool to see that much 6 footage, though. Like,
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen that much.
Never get that much. Yeah.
Also, some clear footage of what they do for the flirtily, like from Delta into the double diamond set. Like that was cool because we haven't had any of that like 4 back footage before of that maneuver. So that was really cool. And what's crazy is that the only time 4 back footage is valuable at all is that one maneuver. So like,
Yep.
I
don't know why they stuck a camera there. To be honest,
public
That's
affairs
cool they did.
officer clearly wanted to get that shot.
It was really validating also to see how wide a lot of their sets are when they're flying.
Yep.
Like, they're way looser than we are a lot of the time. Like, obviously, they're a lot closer than we can get when they're doing the Diamond 360.
I'm streaming this time, so I need to provide them with sound. Because poor sods came here for a show. Let's give them a show.
Here we go.
Oh yeah. A little bit too slow of a roll, I think. Yeah. Late. Alright. Less altitude, faster roll. Sounds good. Oh, straight up. Alright.
You can see how bad my angle is.
Coop, I have to say, your 4K paints are glorious on this aircraft. I know that you haven't looked at them in 10 years, but like, they are so clean and I love them. Comparing it to like Edie's paints or even the Superbug paints, like, there's no comparison.
It's a thankless task making a really good livery as well.
Paid off, dude, and it looks good in Columns videos too. Yeah. Way too late. Way too late. 1 extra second on the wing. Whew.
Yeah, I had a little bit of those too.
Not used to it yet.
That's the thing about the Charlie, it's really unforgiving.
Yeah.
Like, if you get out of practice or unfamiliar, it does not let you fluff it. Gotta get it right. Oh, hey, altitude was good.
Good altitude. 1 right, that's on me. Fix it for next time. Nice squat there. We should be able to see a rejoin here. Or there's a tree.
High enough.
There's a tree. Oh, there he is.
Nope. No, it's fine. It wasn't good anyway.
Sticking wall.
Well, last time we're going to have to deal with that.
New show site.
Yep. Yeah. Screw you.
Yeah, I found that when I'm on the outside for these section maneuvers, like, when you say ease in the pole, it's like, for me, it's like, roll out a little bit. It's not even the same thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep, yeah. Pull and power worked. Yeah, that's just too wide. Don't know why, but, you know. Gotta figure that out.
Apparently I blew the gear door off, but can't tell from there. Oh, MRT time.
You can see now.
Go. Yep, there it is. It's gone. I should have stuck at 290, 285. That was too low. Pretty cool look, though. I'm too high, so you don't get the benefit of my altitude for the sight picture.
A military power, but I was like, no!
And I'm like,
Because I pulled so much around the
I'm
corner.
like half. Yeah, good spacing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Timing was good.
Boring to watch a jet just go around a corner. Think about all of this when we had to make the edit. Ah, one right. Bummer.
Altitude was even I felt like I was gonna be low, but even that was a little high. Huh.
I'm pretty sure I was at 280.
Yeah, it's just like what it feels like to be at the right altitude. Because if I was like half a jet or more below you.
Nice.
Like if we'd been
That was locked.
nice.
I find it's hard to get solid knife edges in the ENF. Something about it's just a little doesn't want to sit there. South point. Smidge low. Doesn't look like a huge onset.
No, I think it's the DCS-ness of it. Because I was noticing when you looking at your track file that my jet would pull like to 9 Gs, and I almost never get to 9 Gs when I'm flying it. So I almost never get past 7.5. I just don't pull as hard as you do usually.
Sneak. 2 vertical rolls.
So I watched this from your cockpit when I was doing the backseat thing, because I would figure out where the F4 camera so I could switch. And like you were freaking low on the way in. Like
Yeah.
I was like, that's spooky.
I mean, just look at the terrain, see what you got, and it's way easier to be low before you hit a mile than later.
And I'm like, where is it? It's there. Okay. What? And then I forgot the smoke. Oh, jeez. What a mess. I think one of the reasons they only get a couple turns is because they're trying to get flat. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying not to break through 10,000 feet because somebody might come over the top of the TFR.
Yep.
And that's something I could probably learn to do and get better at.
No. Meow. 4 point. 1, 2.
And low.
Half left and low. Not that low though. We're actually
Keeping-
co-altitude for that.
Yeah, but if I'm actually co-altitude with you, it will look low from the crowd.
Yep.
So, like, if you're actually flying 250, I need to be like 280 or so.
I 100% understand why they do the knife edge cross for the 4 point these days. It's way easier, more consistent.
It's also late.
2 left.
Not that they're late. They're cool. They're real guys. They do it for
Also,
me.
I
They're way
think
cool.
this year's show is going to be cool. great. They're halfway through training and they look fantastic already. So
It's great.
they're on their way to a great season as long as they don't get shut down again.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah,
Yep,
more or
3
less.
left.
Yeah, same each time.
At least we didn't get worse. Like, it's kind of like if we start at something, if we get closer to center point from there, that's good. If we don't get further from center point, that's fine. If we get further from center point, that's bad.
Yeah, it's just a bad entry for me.
I think I don't always think about flattening the rollout because I'm thinking about where are we relative to center point, lineup. I just need to remember that detail so I'm not overrolling it.
Look at how far ahead I am, it's so bad!
I fixed it fast enough you can't tell that I underrolled that.
A little spooked, are we?
Well, I wasn't sure how much drive you were going to give, and if you came toward me, like, we were really close.
Oh, I give enough drive. I consider it a safety to head towards you at all in that knife edge. So like I am disciplined about the drive.
I just wanted to be safe about it.
Man, we are up there on the nose.
Doesn't look that different.
No, it's not worth the
So
safety.
it's not worth it, yeah. It's not worth it. It is a little more rakish, but not like it's probably what 3-4 degrees.
I mean, you'd have to know.
Obvious.
You'd have to be like nerds like us to see the difference. And most crowds aren't going to care, and it's not worth crashing a jet. You really can't tell.
Yeah.
I think on the EF you might be able to do it easier, but with the C, it just doesn't have enough flight surface area to...
Yeah. It also meant that this push out was slower because like I never got above 140.
Looks cool though.
Well, yeah, because you're so freaking
Oh,
slow.
jeez.
Yeah. So I was falling out of the sky. Like I had to push.
Alright. On to the Wander, which was boring in the best way. So little correction for this this time. It was really
I love
nice.
I love it. Love it.
Roll out, smoke on, fly straight. It was nice. Wish I could do this all the time. Yeah, a little late. A little late on the pull-up. I need to call the rollout earlier for you. My bad.
Alright.
Then he won't end up on my left, like, over my left shoulder.
I mean, there's a reason why I rolled that direction for the knife edge, because you're almost always to my right.
Yeah. High tree. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was a little late. Hey, you know, I'll take being late over being early, given my propensity to be early for this maneuver. Dude, it was crazy watching that 90s Blue Angels video.
Those guys were so locked in, dude.
I can't believe it.
It's insane.
Like, they're locked in and way closer than today's Blues, in way harder jets to fly. Some of the things that they were doing were so precise, it was crazy.
Yeah, that, and then there's that one like from 4 forward over the Seattle show where they do the rollout from
That was nuts, yeah.
double farble. That is just like stupid. Like, it's so good, but it's also like, what? So I get into that
Horrifically
bank.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, the
That would be
Diamond.
so
Sorry.
hard to do in DCS because of all the like fiddly aspects of it.
The Diamond at we broke at 380. The Diamond would not have been able to make it over the top at that speed.
What do they need to be doing?
420 at the brake.
Okay.
That looks right.
I got in. Yeah, that's close enough. I'd rather be more in than that, but that's good enough.
That looks great. I love the full, like, 90-degree
Knife edge.
The knife
That's
edge
great. If
across
you can
the
make
ground.
that work, like that looks
It's
so
so
good.
hard to do, dude.
Yeah, because you kind of got to like, yeah.
It's totally a pants feel thing, considering the fact that it's going to be a different side picture every time. Nice, dude.
Yeah, I was in for this one for sure.
I'd love to do this with a real diamond and, like, side off of it. That one time that you, like, just were down low, I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
I never get to fly this with a real diamond and, like, adjust
Straight
the
up,
maneuver
if
and stuff with that.
any of the other teams are watching, like, lend us your diamond for one day. Just let us fly with it one time. I'm just curious because
Yeah,
we never
y'all-
have a chance to.
Y'all can keep flying your diamond practice, like, but if your solos are missing, just let us know. We'll hop in for a day. You can fly with damage off. Because I know you guys do anyway. Like, it's way safer that way, and don't worry about us. We'll just do our own thing. We'll communicate clearly, but, like, we practiced with a tape for a while to prove that to ourselves that we could do it with a diamond and we could adjust. This maneuver feels so good when you're locked in.
How about, yeah. I waited for the smoke too long.
Hello? Numlock, thank you. Ah, one left.
My angle was bad. You could tell because I wasn't in frame for a long time. It's a bummer. I just screwed that thing up so much. The second half of that.
Yeah, after I come down the hill, I check my angle. And if I'm, like, within 3, I'm like, fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God.
You said check smoke, and I misinterpreted that as in I had smoked on and I didn't have it on. So I just turned it on, and I was like, oh, shoot, he means, like, I haven't turned it on yet. So then I called it. But that's why that was the timing of that was wrong.
We're good.
It's
Nice.
looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Sloppy. But still a decent show.
Not too bad.
Call this one.
But yeah, sloppy.
Call this one a
This
C.
feels like a C.
Yeah, a C show.
C, maybe even pushing a C minus for me at least. This rollout wasn't as good. I got a little PIO in it, which is a bummer. Right there.
Yeah. I'm late on my pitch up. To work on that. Grab the mic cam at the hay bales. Yeah. Had to work it in the rest of the way.
Yeah, I did the same thing, but I overshot.
Whoa! Guess the mouse works now.
I screwed up my flaps.
Unfortunately, there's no one behind you to tell you that your stabs are wrong.
Yep. Not too bad, but it's definitely not right. Sucks.
Hey, I'm on the line. Hey!
Yeah, I'm a little wide. Huh. My reference point was right for the F model, but not for the Charlie.
As it is. Let's go watch the parking. Right about... Well, there we go. Right about there. Oh my gosh, that's too far zoomed in.
I just juiced it too much. I was way ahead of you, which is a bummer.
It's nice to have the dudes now. I'm not gonna have those in the multiplayer server.
That's true. Yep.
Just gonna have to eyeball it. But then again, we're not gonna have 4 blues to park off of either, so
Yep.
it kind of
Any
just becomes
multiplayer.
arbitrary.
Yep. When you say the multiplayer server, are we going to fly on a multiplayer server? Is that the plan?
I mean, we always say that we do, and we never do.
Well, okay. I'm fine with that. I'm
At
just
some
asking.
point, probably.
I'm good with doing it the next point. I don't care. You said that like we talked about it, and I don't remember mentioning it.
All right, folks. Let's spin the wheel, and then we will be done for the day.
Spin to win.
Let's shuffle it, and here we go. Let's see where we're flying next. Creech.
Oh, Creech.
High altitudes.
I don't know if there are any multiplayer servers that have a Creech
No,
that are just.
not in. I don't think any of the aerobatics fly into TR. So just gonna be us, I suppose. Grab. Let's update our list here. shows on the wheel. There we go. Shows we have done. Oh my goodness. Let me stop sharing for a second. Sorry. It's getting in the way of everything. Alright. I'm also not putting... Oh, hold up. Where's Bassel Assad? Apparently... It's...
Early.
It was still on the wheel according to my signage. That's not great.
Well, we didn't get it again, so that's fine.
And then Creech is going to go into the shows we have done as well. Don't forget to update your kneeboard.
Yeah, good call.
And here's hoping that it's correct. All right.
I don't remember the last time we flew a Creech, so it's probably, it may very well not be correct.
Alright, that shows we've done at 22. I say that we go through 20 and then add to the top of the list, but we're not doing that because there's some of these that we haven't flown in a long time. So, we're going to go through this entire list and then repopulate it.
Sounds like a plan.
And we might not repopulate it with every single place, so we won't have repeats. So, yeah.
Cool by me.
I also had an idea to add a second wheel and have it be like like diamond show, reverse show, and normal show, but have normal show weighted like 80% or something like that.
I mean, yeah, we can.
But
I'll be honest, at this point, and I don't know, a reverse show is fine, but it doesn't excite me like it used to. Like, I'm sort of like, okay, fine, whatever. I don't really care.
yeah. Alright, folks. That's going to be it for us tonight. Thanks for watching.